Today I'm speaking to you from my home, which is Nell Street, Greensboro. I've been here for 13 years. Nell and Greensboro add up to 197. Joshua, which is Jesus in the Old Testament, is found in 197 verses. And my name from my father, Brian, is 44, Leonard 69 and Marshall 84, 197. The atomic weight of gold representing a king is also 197. The distance around the Earth at this latitude is 31680 kilometres, Lord Jesus Christ. And from the South Pole it is 5813 kilometres, and that's the height of the Great Pyramid, with the missing or rejected capstone in place. 5813 pyramid inches. So we've had two surviving sons of Adam and Eve, 66.666% of 3. The pyramid was laid out on March 27th, 2888 BC, so we have 2 times 888, which is Jesus twice. The Julian day number for that date was 666.666.666666. The gravitational centre point of the pyramid results in a timeline which is 66.6666 years old. And you add that to January 11th, 1944, and you've got September the 11th, 2010, which I am declaring as Yahweh Asherah Day, reversing the evil that Lucifer has done to the wonderful people of the United States. So what we have then is the base laid out at 36524.24 of the Great Pyramid. Then it was reduced by 286.1. Therefore the capstone is too big and therefore rejected by the masses today. In other words, they don't actually believe Yahweh is coming to the earth. It's all nonsense in the way that the Christian churches have put it all together. It's absolute rubbish. So they are dominated by the Freemasons, which is a Lucifer-dominated cult. So this is how the numbers stack up. 36524.24, which is 100 years. 1 pyramid inch equaling a day. 365.2424 days in a year. We reduce that by 286.1. That gives us 36238.14. The 3623 is espousal. That's female. And the 2861 in Hebrew is also espousal. This time it's male, representing Yahweh, which the world has to marry. But Yahweh in the flesh returned into a Babylonian occult, Lucifer-dominated world religion, geopolitical Christianity dominated world, will and has rejected Yahweh as the husband to be. Have you never read in the scriptures, the stone the builders rejected has become the capstone? That's from the NIV. They made a bit of a mistake here by saying the word capstone. In Psalms 118:22, they also used the word capstone. They didn't actually realise it was referring to the Great Pyramid. In the KJV it says the stone the builders refused has become the headstone of the corner. So the scholars in power are all tarred with the same brush, black souls of their mother Lucifer the Great Whore. Lucifer is female. All souls are female, 1/3 fathered by evil and 2/3 fathered by love. It's a metaphor. The word love is found 280 verses. That's the human gestation. The word good is 655, and you add the two together you get 935, and that is king. So the dragon and lady are the words identifying Lucifer as female, and the woman being the souls of all life. Man is prepared to wed the male Yahweh. So the female soul of mankind is to wed the male, only one in the universe. Soul is male. That's Yahweh. That's myself. That's why I come as Christ, genetically of King David. Now Revelation 22 There are 202 masonry layers of the Great Pyramid up to where the capstone is rejected. And he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil and Satan, and bound added him, it should be she, bound her, 1,000 years. The dragon is 1404 in Greek. It's a fabulous kind of serpent, and what that reminds you of? Well, where it came from is the Garden of Eden. The beguiling serpent. So we say it again, then we have the top of the capstone. Won't fit because it's too large. It's actually 286.1 inches too big. So it's a great dragon, is a direct reference to the great whore, the Roman Church, and it is the house of the devil. So 1404 in Greek, sit thou silent and get thee into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans. That's Babylon. So the Babylons are still in charge. For they shall no more be called the Lady of Kingdoms. So here we have the two, lady and dragon. So once you realise that the word Yahweh has been virtually removed by the Babylonian Pharisees, you've got to say why. That's because they don't want you to say it, because it is a sacred name that invokes power on the soul of the demonized. And they're probably all in your family as well. So these were the same that dominated the temple for years and years and years. They lie about everything, so if their lips are moving, they're lying. They wrote the Talmud. They secretly molest children, girls and boys, providing they are 3 years of age. Very nice of them. And they refer to Jesus as being in hell in boiling semen. Mary was of royal descent of David, but was a whore who slept with carpenters. And you are an animal with hands placed on the earth for their exploitation. So your little children out there, they're going to grow up and serve this dreadful Babylonian cult. Now they say that you are an animal and you evolved from apes, and of course slid out the arse of a cyst like 3.5 billion years ago. And they are planning on depopulating the earth, culling you all down to, because you're an animal, you're just animals, right? So what difference? You kill chickens. I want you down to 500 million. So we have the great dragon being cast out, the old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceived the whole world. He was cast out, or she was cast out into the earth, and her angels were cast out with her. That's what it should say. These are the parasites that infest those who are lured by money and power into accepting the doctrines of the Khazar cult. That's the Khazar Jews out of Russia, known as Magog, which today dominate all commerce, banking, media, etc. Now, all we've got to do is look at what the rabbis are saying and how they influence the Christian writers. There's an address you can go to look it up. First point is the reference to Asherah, but the lead-in is Satan, Hillel, then Asherah.